Hello everyone, welcome to the afternoon stream. My name is Dudezord and I do cool game dev shit in here. And this is the second stream of the day. On the morning stream I worked on the Unreal Engine game called Standalone. But today, or this afternoon, I'll be working on a Unity game. Some sort of board game that a friend invented. And yeah, we're trying to create a digital version of it. So that's the plan. And this is the intro, GG. Professional intro doer. Okay, let me just open up Unity fairly quick. So at the very least I can explain what the hell I'm trying to do today. Need to wait a little bit longer. All right. And switch scene. Poggies. Yeah, poggies indeed. Okay, so this is the game. It's called Dwarven Checkers. And I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. You are a dwarf and you play checkers. And their version of checkers is different than human checkers, you know? They have like up to 4 people going at once, different colors. They have like tiles that are worth some points and others aren't. So it's a different game altogether. And last week I worked on the tile placement algorithm just to try and see if it actually worked the way it was supposed to. And I have fairly good news to tell you. It works. Yay, hexagons. Best agons. There's a video by who's it? I don't remember its username. It's CG YouTube. I don't know if it's CG Math or whatever. I don't recall. But it's a video called Hexagons, Best Agons. CGP Grey. This is the best video on hexagons you'll ever watch. So if you haven't watched it, yeah, I think you should. Because hexagons are bestagons. Yeah. So I have a suggestion for you right there. Let me paste the URL here. And whoop. Yep. Hexagons, bestagons. And yeah, the game has hexagons. And essentially, octagons are bestagons. No. Hexagons. I don't need to fight you. Hexagons are bestagons. And I'm not the only one saying it. Okay, so last week, I worked on the object placement, the tile placement logic for this game. So currently only the blue player is allowed to play, okay? And the objective for today's stream is allow everyone else to have their own turn. Good? That's the objective for the day. But let's just pretend that this is a single player game and only the blue player can like actually place tiles, pieces in the game, you know? So essentially, each player has their own base, which is their own specific color, and Rust is the worst programming language. Maybe I should do my odd stakes like that. Like I'm talking some weird stuff, and then I get like a random quote, and I need to say that quote as if it came to me like naturally in mid-sentence. Yeah, maybe that's a good thing to do. Maybe it's funny. I don't know. You tell me. But essentially, each player has its own base determined by its own color. So currently, I'm player blue, and you essentially need to place tiles that connect to your blue base. So I cannot like start placing tiles here in the middle of anything, you know. Like the first tiles are only placed or are only placeable. No, don't spam it. Don't spam it. Rust is the worst programming language. Yeah. Don't spam it. It's enough. One time is funny enough. So you can only place movement tiles. Distinct lack of quotes. Well, I don't say weird shit that often, do we? Do I? Maybe that's the issue. Maybe I need to be more deranged and talk more nonsense. Let me please finish my explanation of the game rules. We can only... Dudzor should say weird shit more often. Yes, I should. You can only place tiles as long as they connect to your base color, to your base, you know? So I cannot place tiles anywhere. I need to place them adjacent to my base. So the first tile needs to obviously be only one of these three. So I place my first tile. GG, it's placed there. See? It all works. And now, subsequent tiles can be placed adjacent to any of the tiles that I currently own. So now I can also place on these, you know? But I still cannot place on this one, nor on this one. You know, so it's essentially this. I can essentially create like roads. Although that for lore-wise, these are called tunnels because we are dwarven and we are miners. Okay, so I can create tunnels as long as they connect to my base here. But now something fun happens, which is sometimes tunnels, they get unstable, you know, if they are long, they get unstable. So every once in a while, you need to anchor your tunnel to these blue pieces in here, you know, which we call combat cells. But they're essentially anchor points. So what this tells me is, for instance, if let me see how to best explain this. But if I place that cell there, if something were to happen to the tunnel, at the very least, the cells that are connected to this anchor point would also be safe. Okay, they wouldn't collapse. Meaning that these anchor cells kind of behave the same as these base cells. They serve like as an additional safety to make sure that your tunnel doesn't collapse. Okay? What does this mean? These anchor points or these combat cells, they're worth points, and you need points to win the game. 35 of them, actually. You know? And more often than not, your enemies, your foes, will try to combat you on those cells so they can take control of those, you know, because those are worth points in every turn. Every turn that passes, or every round, every time every player plays, each time every player plays once, it's a round, okay, and at the end of the round we count points. So plenty of fighting will happen over these combat cells right here. So it might happen that, for instance, the green team decides to create their own path. They would reach this cell right here, and then they would fight you over it, you know, and then they would destroy that cell. And when they do this, it essentially destroys these five. It essentially destroys these 5 cells around, you know, and because this part of the tunnel is not anchored anywhere because these 6 tiles are destroyed, then this part of the tunnel is destroyed alongside with it, you know. I can maybe show it this way. So if I destroy this tile will be destroyed, these 6 tiles will be destroyed, plus these 2 tiles, because only these 2 tiles are actually attached there. Well, actually these tiles are attached here, but this is like following this path. Okay, never mind. But yeah, see, like it destroyed a bunch of stuff. And yeah, this is essentially how the game works. you try to build paths, you try to anchor down these combat cells, and then you continue your life, and then you try to anchor down. Each time you put an anchor in a combat cell, you're earning points, which then your enemies will try to go there and force you to battle over them, which will remove your combat cell and give that cell to the enemy team, and now they are the ones scoring, and that will collapse part of tunnels essentially. And you want to collapse as many tunnels as possible from your enemy. You want to cut them, cut their path, so they cannot build on top of your movement tiles, you know. So yeah, that's the plan. Currently, only the blue player can play. Okay, so pretty cool. Only the blue player can play. I cannot place tiles anywhere besides adjacent tiles to currently placed blue tiles. So all of this is working really, really good. Yeah, I think that the objective for the day, or for the afternoon, is to implement the multi-turn, multiplayer, although locally. But essentially, I am this player, and then I will show an end turn, and it will change to the green player, and then the green player will place its own tiles, and then I click on end turn, and we'll do that over and over again, and see at least if we can fake play a game, you know. Sounds like a plan? Do we like this plan? Let me know. Let me know. Sure, thank you. Thank you for trusting my plan. By the way, and because I have references to pretty much anything that exists in the world, I just say let me know, because vibe coders get more done. So let me know, because vibe coders are OG, the best type of coders. No, but I did say let me know, and it did remind me of this YouTube channel. I'm a sucker for dark YouTube channels. This guy has really cool videos. Okay, really cool videos. So yeah, give him a sub. He's currently needing a sub. You know, only 5.9 million. But pretty cool stuff. And it's all manually animated by him. Tons of cool animations and all. He only posts twice a year. But yeah. Yeah, I think I still have tons of videos that I have. Well, these ones are weird ones. Rage comics, yeah. It's really fun. I don't know if you guys tend to do this, but it's really fun to go to YouTube channels that have been posting for years and years, and you just scroll down the list, and you go and check what the fuck they were doing 14 years ago. And this guy was just commenting out on Rage comics, because why not? You know, very weird. Top 10 memes creepypasta. I mean, but the guy still adds millions of viewers. Well, this is week 7. I wonder what happened with the other 6 weeks. But yeah, the guy had tons of creepypasta stuff. Top 10 facts. Weird shenanigan stuff. Top 10 facts PewDiePie. Top 10 facts Disney. all the type of weird stuff. Then it went on unsolved mysteries, you know. Then Illuminati. And then eventually World War II. More unsolved mysteries. And I mean, eventually the guy starts posting about actually things that are interesting, like Bermuda Triangle, UFO cases, cicada, pretty cool, like watching like the progress on all these weird YouTube channels go. Don't spam it, please. One day I should learn how PPUs work. Maybe someday. I'm old, so I'm obsessed with old arcade boards. Most had PPUs, and some interesting graphic bugs came from those. Well, I can only speak for the Game Boy PPU because it's the one that I have a little bit more knowledge of. But essentially, well, they had nothing to do with current modern day GPUs, you know. Let me just close this. They had nothing to do with regular modern day GPUs. Pixel processing units were essentially, let me read tile data from a piece of memory, try to blend the different layers, and then output it like into an array. And the output into an array is just like writing to the LCD directly, in the case for the Game Boy. But I would say that there's probably other architectures where you first build like the entire LCD and then you commit that at once. But it's pretty much that. I wouldn't say there's like anything special with those. I'm obviously simplifying a ton in terms of the Game Boy, because the Game Boy only processes 8 pixels at a time, and then sometimes it discards whenever it gets like some timing trigger by the CPU for some odd reason. I'm not handling any of those, of course. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty cool, and it's actually fairly simple, the way they work. Maybe it's still difficult to implement, and if you want to go for hardware accuracy, then you will suffer. If you are taking some shortcuts as I am, then it's a little bit more enjoyable, I would say. But if you want to like emulate real world behavior, then it's gonna be painful, because some of those behaviors were bugs, you know. So yeah, some interesting graphic bugs. Yeah, I had some cool bugs the other day regarding the PPU. I'm not sure how I can show it. I think it was yesterday. Let me see if I can pull up the video. Hello me. No, it's not this. I always click the wrong thing. Game Boy in Rust yesterday. Morning stream. 14 minutes. Oh, right, because this crashed. And then I worked on Unreal. Okay, so it was yesterday morning, I think. Or yesterday, was it already good enough? Yeah, maybe yesterday it was already good enough. Okay, so maybe it was on Monday. Hold on. Maybe it was on Monday. Scheduled videos. Recent broadcasts. 2 days ago. Okay. So I wonder if it was like the first video. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know where I have that. Is this the morning or is this the afternoon? Tough to say. I should have like the maybe it's this. Yeah, man, I don't know. But there was like some weird issue that happened because I was running this threaded. So I had like the PPU living on its own thread. Yeah, but I can show it. Sorry. But essentially, once I fixed that, like it was like blinking all of the pixels, so like the image was like distorted every single frame. It was blinking like crazy. It looked incredible, but yeah, it was like some bug that I had. Imagine shipping a game on a platform you can't update after. True. I mean, things would need to work. I think that's the magic about game development back in the days, you know? Because back in the days, you really had to commit to your craft, you know? You really needed to work on stuff and like polish the games that you were working on. You couldn't just half-ass build a game and sell it. Because if word came out that the game sucked, then you wouldn't sell the game, you know? So the game needed to be polished and you couldn't have weird bugs happening. So, and you couldn't update the game. So it's amazing what the amount of love and care that people actually put into games in order to actually build experiences that, I mean, survived for years. I mean, I was yesterday after stream, I asked my wife to try the Game Boy emulator, and she played the Super Mario ROM for 15 minutes. I mean, that's how good it is, you know? Like, the game is from 89. It's almost 40 years old. And it's still a hell of a good game. I know some port of older games actually get rid of known glitches on the original hardware. Like a recent Capcom Arcade Collection accidentally got rid of bugs due to the game now running on modern hardware. Well, hardcore players know how to exploit glitches, like in speedrun communities. Yeah, I tend to follow, at least a little bit, the speedrunning community, mostly for the larger games, you know, like Super Mario and Zelda and that type of games, not like the small unknown ones. It's pretty cool. I think I would like to be a speedrunner. I've never tried it. I've never tried to like speedrun a game and like be obsessed with it. But I think that would be something I would know how to do fairly well, because I'm very perfectionist, you know. So maybe I will try a speedrunning career and see if I if I can be good at it. Yeah, but I don't know which game I would want to play though. Do any of you ever like speedrun a game? Well, I know Elgardia speedruns Doom because yeah, he enjoys Doom that much, but Doom is too chaotic for me. I don't know. I would need to come up with a game that I would like to speedrun. And it would need to be something that would take like 2 hours max, you know? Cannot be like those hardcore speedruns like, I don't know, like Dark Souls, all bosses that takes like 14 hours or something. I'm not a speedrunner, but I used to play competition fighting games. Hell yeah! And old games add bugs and glitches used in high level play. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I never played fighting games nowhere near a competitive level, but I had a ton of fun when I was a kid and playing with friends and all. I used to play a lot of Tekken 3. It's probably the fighting game that I play the most. But yeah, Yoshimitsu. Ah, so good. So good. Okay. Tekken 3 was a classic. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was the first fighting game that I actually like played for the PS1. It was PlayStation 1, wasn't it? Or was PlayStation 2? I don't even remember. I had both, so PS1. Yeah. Pretty cool. Well, I probably played like Soul Calibur and other games, but in demos, you know. I would buy magazines and they would come with a lot of demos. Tiger, gone. There was one guy, I think it was this one, I think his name was Alex, where he had some sort of like one hit KO. He was like a partial cyborg, where he would do like a ching ching, like something very non-combative, just like a small touch with like the elbow, and this was like one hit KO. It was so weird. Yeah, but Yoshimitsu like balancing on his sword was really good, really good. I saw like Eddie because of the capoeira. Was that guy named Alex? No. No. What's his name? Do you know Minister of Defense? The character that I'm talking about? Gunjack? Yeah, it's Jack. I think it's Gunjack. Jack Tekken 3. Yeah. It was like partial cyborg shenanigans, and it would have like a one hit KO. I have to run into a meeting. Hope they don't keep me hostage too long. I also hope they don't keep you hostage. But if they do, yell very loudly, and maybe they will free you. Yeah, this guy had like a one hit KO type of one hit kill move. Oh, so apparently there are more characters with one hit kill moves. I only thought Jack was the only one that had one. Okay, now I'm oh right, Super Dino also had. Dino also had one. Yeah, I also remember this. Oh, Yoshimitsu. Oh, he did the self-stabbing. Yeah, but this is a draw, technically. Ogre. Yeah, this is the ultimate boss, Ogre. Panda with the fart. Fatal Wind. Lol. Terrible. Terrible. Gigaton Punch. No, this wasn't it. It did like a... yeah, it was this one. Dark Greeting. Yeah, I would do the Dark Greeting and then it would just die. Very weird. Hello, American. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I've just learned that Tekken 3 had multiple one-hit kill moves, and I only remember like one or two of them. But apparently, almost every character had one-hit kills. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. What's Tekken? It's this fighting game, Tekken 3. From the PlayStation 1. Oh, the big dragon, Yoshimitsu. Kuma also has the Fatal Wind. Well, Kuma is the same as Panda. Looks like Mortal Kombat. They are from the same era, I would say. Mortal Kombat is more gory because of the finish him stuff. But this is still played nowadays. Well, not Tekken 3. I think now it's gone like Tekken 12 or something. What is the latest Tekken? Tekken 8? Okay, it's Tekken 8. Okay, do we have like videos that I can show? I mean, looks pretty cool. Whoa. Damn. And they are like the same characters even. So you have Tiger, you have Jack. Yeah, they're like all of the same characters. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Hola man, I'm living a surreal moment. Hello friend. How's it going? What happened? I'm living a surreal moment. Did you just get reminded of Tekken 3? My Vulcan RDNA2 runtime is working. GG's. GG's. Congrats. I've never played with Vulcan. So I don't know how difficult that is. I know that Vulcan is very different to the regular graphics API. A full framework of training AI theory. Pretty cool. Congrats. Okay, I don't like this music. I need to get rid of this. Goodbye. Remove from playlist. No dependency of PyTorch. Everything on my GPU natively. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, I think we should start focusing on this game now. Okay, so the plan is to show the button again, show the end turn button, and whenever I do that, essentially I should change to green, and then to red, and then to pink, and then to blue, undo it. Undo it. OLED or LED screen. For racing, LED. You don't need OLED for racing. I would say you need one OLED screen to like see high quality content, like the new type of games, like actually have blacks and whites and that type of stuff. But for racing, you don't need that. You don't actually have complete black pixels in racing, you know? You don't have like weird cinematics, you don't have cutscenes, you don't have... I mean, it's my opinion. If you were to ask Elgardia would have a different opinion. He'd want to go OLED all in, but yeah. I would say the OLED would be good if you were looking to replace like your 4K 40-inch monitor or something. But for triples, for racing, nah. If you are doing a single screen for racing, then sure, because you can use that screen for more stuff. But if it's triples for racing only, then it's a waste of money. I mean, it might look cool racing at night, like a 24-hour something, or even a 4-hour race, which has like a night segment. But even the night segment is more like 15 minutes, and you actually only do that maybe once every 2 months or something. So yeah, I would say it's not worth it. If you were me, the next upgrade that I would do would be to go from the 27 inches to 32. But then I would also bump the resolution from 1080p to 1440. I wouldn't go OLED. OLED seems like a waste of money for triples. For a single monitor, yeah. But I would say you wouldn't do like just the single monitor OLED, because then the colors will like look weird. can afford a 32 LED, but not OLED. So that kind of solves both. Yeah. If I had the funds, well, if I was racing every week, and if I added the funds, I would replace my 27-inch with a 32-inch 1440. Yep. Or are you going for a 32-inch 4K? No, that's gonna be way too many pixels to push through the GPU. Not 4K, impossible to run. Maybe. Yeah. So for 1440 times 3, 32-inch LED, I think it's a good plan. But then even on LED you have like the VAs and regular LED and stuff, but mine are all VAs. I don't know if that's good, if that's bad. I would say you'd probably actually need to read reviews and see how different they look. But yeah, I mean, I do really enjoy my screens, and each one only costs like less than 200 bucks. Yeah. Okay, so how do I add the freaking end turn button back? Because it's removed. It should have like an end turn button there. And I don't remember where I hid it. UI game. Okay, so there's the end turn button on bottom right there. Okay, so I wonder if I'm actually like disabling the button here. If I'm like setting this to false. Yep. Found it. Found it. GG, we have a button. The hell? The button is not there. Okay, I'm being lied to. Oh, it didn't compile. Sorry. Button? Button! End turn button. Good job, good job. Okay, so on end player turn button. Okay, I will comment this out for now. But on end player turn button, what we need to do is I need to set the index to be current player index plus 1 modulo whatever. Modulo whatever. Well, I know it's modulo 4. Well, I guess that will be number of players. These are public. Okay, I'll put number of players there, but I need to be careful to actually put a 4 there. Whoops. Can I make these like a read-only in Inspector? Do you know how to do that? Read-only Unity Inspector. I know there's like some flag, an attribute. I don't want a custom UI. There's no official read-only attributes, I may be wrong. Adding a field. So it needs to be read-only and does this work? I don't think this works. No. Do I need to add the other thing that they said? Field read-only? Nah. No. Doesn't work. Yeah, then I would need to make like my own UI stuff. I mean, this is fine for now. Okay, so here I'm setting the index. I'm setting the index, and on an end player turn, I'm doing that, and then whenever current player index is 0, then I do this part here. You know? Something like this. Something like this. Okay, so this only sets the endgame finished shenanigans, which is still good enough for now. Okay, but we validated that this tile spawn tester thing is proper. So I think I might want to actually remove not remove, maybe like rename it or something. But essentially this is only using like this current prefab there for combat and for movement, and cells, player index, can play style, current player index. Okay, so apparently current player index needs to be 1. Ay. There are plugins for that. Okay. Yeah. I don't think we need that then. It's only me working on this game, so I can handle it. Current player index. I would need... What would I need? Actually, what would I need? I would need to set this somehow, but I don't want to call this tile spawn tester. You know, I don't want to call this tile spawn tester. Tile placer? No, tile placement manager. Something like this. Tile placement manager. Okay. Can I rename the file now. Tile placement manager. Okay. Very good. So one of the things that I will need to do, tile placement manager. So I'll need to do several things here. The first one of them is I will need to have a way of modifying this player index. This player index. So how do I do that? Well, I'll probably need a set player index. Easy. And then current player index equals that. Okay. But at the same time, I'm setting these. But I need to have a place. I need to have a place where I can actually map the prefabs for each player. Right? So each player has these 4 prefabs. This plus the dice maybe. But essentially each player has 4 prefabs. So each one has a movement tile and then 3 combat tiles. And I need to store this somehow. So maybe I could have like an array for each player index, and this will be 0, 1, 2, and 3. 0, 1, 2, and 3. Maybe. Maybe. I already have these assets there. But assets are only for maybe for prefabs. Okay. Can I see where I'm using these? Oh, I already have like the prefab manager. Oh, never mind then. I can just query the prefab manager. I can just query this. So I could have could return a game object. And this game object will be, well, can I return a pair? How do I do a pair? Does this work? I don't know C#. Help. Get. No, game object. And here I would do a get player movement tile where I pass the player index. Good job. And then if player index, there's one thing that I don't like about this. It's that I'm storing I don't like have player index starting at 1. Because essentially for all of these tiles here, I'm having like current owner set to 0, and I probably want current owner set to -1. You know? Okay, so I'll do that first. So blue gets 1, blue gets 0, and all of that. You know? Because there's now an issue with this, which is now these are a 0 there, you know? But if I look for current owner here, even if I were to do -1, even if I were to do a -1 there, these won't update those combat cells, I think. Okay, they are still this. So I think I need to go over all of these ones and yeah, kinda deal with it. Which is very sad, but part of life, I guess. Okay, cell 0 done. 2, 3, 4, 5. -1. Okay, row 2 done. Oh man, I hate how I need to do this. Like every single time I need to modify something in one of these tiles, I kinda need to do this manually every single time, which is not really good to look at. Like for people that are watching the stream, just seeing me do this nonsense because I failed to do this proper the first time is bad. It's very, very bad. Or okay, so now it's 2, and now it's 4, and now it's 1. I mean, it's part of life, I guess. Oh, I don't know if you guys can like see what I'm doing. Okay, what about now? Better? Maybe it's better, yeah. But I'm essentially modifying this current owner to be -1. To be -1, you know? Which is yucky. Is very yucky. But it is what it is. So these and the 5 and 6 and that will be -1. And then these and these will be -1. Good. 7, it's all -1. People, hey. What happened? Just because I changed the myself to the center. Well, you could have told me, you know. You have liberty, you have freedom to call me out. That's why you are a mod. Well, anyone can warn me of those things. People don't know this, but it's actually fairly complicated to stream, you know? It actually is. Like, you have to keep a bunch of contexts in your little brain at all times. 4. Okay. I don't know what people say helps them focus. Well, I don't know if it helped me focus, but it helps me. It's not that it helps me, but it forces me to work. And I'm more productive if I'm streaming than if I'm by my own. Because if I'm by my own, I'm just watching random YouTube videos for hours with no end in sight, you know? But if I'm streaming, I cannot be doing that kind of stuff because people don't want to do that, don't want me to do that stuff. They won't watch me if I do that. People only watch me if I do my own work, so I kinda need to do my own work. It's weird. I'll give you that, it's weird. But yeah, streaming limits me. It forces me to not do weird shit that I would be doing if I wasn't streaming, you know? I think there's all there is to it. I don't think it helps me with focusing more or less. It just forces me to do my job. While if I'm not streaming, I'm not forced to do my job. I would be doing some really weird shit if I wasn't streaming. Yep, new quote. New quote. Okay, get player movement tile. Now, this is good. This is good because now I can do, if player index equals 0, then I just return blue movement tile. See? Well, maybe I could do like a switch on this. Yeah, let's be fancy, you know? Let's be fancy. Case 1, case 0. Return blue movement tile. GG. Case 1, case 2, case 3. So this is blue, this is green, this is red, this is purple, and the default branch. Can I panic? How do I? Oh, I do a throw. Throw. Is there an unreachable exception? What type of exception do I even have? I don't even know which exception I want. Can I just throw a generic one? Do I like type a message inside? Oh. Yeah. Class name is not valid at this point. New. New exception, maybe? Okay. We throw a new exception. Can I even like put a message inside? Does this work? It does work. Okay. Do I have an invalid argument? Invalid data. Invalid in exception. Well, it's not an enum. I don't fucking care. Exception. GG. We crash. And then I want to do the same stuff, but for the combat tiles, and here this is going to be oh my god, combat tiles. Well, maybe I can even just get a combat tile worth, whatever, combat tile index, whatever. So we do this, and then we do combat tile index, and then if it crashes here, it crashes here. I do not care. Okay, so I can reference the prefab manager directly, although this is on the same game manager, so I could technically do this there, but it's fine. Tile placement, oops. Tile placement manager. Okay, we just create a quick little instance. Okay, so I can set the player. So this is the player index stuff. And then instead of this movement tile prefab here, yeah, let me think. So I want to do this, but I don't want to have these prefabs here. I don't want to have these prefabs here. I want to get the prefab manager instance, get player movement tile with a player index, or with a current player index, and this is going to be var movement tile prefab, and then combat tile prefab. It's going to be combat tile index 0. Okay. And then here I do this, and then here I do this. Okay, so the only thing that I need to do now oh, hold on. There are more places where I need to handle this, because I'm like checking for zeros or ones or whatever. Can play style. If it's greater or equals than 0. Can place. Yeah, so now I have to pretend that zeros here are actually like good. Okay, this is all fine. Okay, I think this is it. The only thing missing, well, no, it's not the only thing, but if I go on Game Manager, if I go on this, I will need to call the, what's it called? Tile placement manager dot instance dot set player current player index ID. Yes, and this needs to be public. Or okay, I'll even say to set player index. Okay, and at starting time, well, current player index will be 0. So this should be working. Okay, I think this is gonna work first try. Thoughts? Thoughts? Maybe not. Oops. Whoops. Nope. Nope, it's already crashing. Set active. Right, because I don't have the preview. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, I know what I need to do. I still need to call this set player index so it actually like initiates this. Okay, that's the part that I wanted to do but forgot. No cap for real. For real. Void start. So this is gonna be tile placement manager, instance set player. Okay, and this will work. This will work. Pretty sure. I'll bet my cat, if needed, that this is gonna work. It doesn't. It doesn't work. Why? 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 Oh my. No, I said I'll even bet my cat if needed, but it wasn't needed. So the cat is safe. The cat is sleeping. Cat is sleeping. Okay, what's wrong with this? Oh man, I have so much stuff open. I should only need these two. Okay, so what's happening here? I'm just moving the mouse and checking if I should have the movement preview tile on. But yeah, I mean, this should be working. I don't think this is returning null. Okay, so we start the game. We get called here. We got called from start. Current player index is 0. Okay. And what do we get as prefabs? Movement tile blue, and this will be combat tile blue 1. Okay, which we currently set to active false. Okay, pretty regular stuff. Now, what is wrong with this? Maybe I'm still using the maybe I'm doing the owner index stuff wrong, you know, it's possible. Update. So mouse. Okay, so let's see if this actually enters somewhere. It does enter. Okay, do we actually get the nearest cell? $210. It tracks. It tracks. Okay, maybe I'm not entering the can place. Yeah, can place is not correct. Okay, so we need to figure this out. Get owner index. Okay, hold on. Which cell is this? 08. Cell 08. Hold on. -1, -9. Nah, bro, we need to chill. Okay, so this should be not entering there. No, my guy, hold on. Bro, you need to chill, you know? You need to chill. Okay, so if I'm gonna click on this one, this is gonna be 09. Yes. So, who belongs here? Confused. Get adjacent cells. What's wrong with this? The owner of this will be -1. Yes. So this part is proper. Is the current cell empty? Yes, it's -1. Oh, yeah, okay. I know what's wrong. Never mind. I now need to go to these base cells and like subtract 1. So this is gonna be base cell 3, base cell 2, base cell 3, base cell 2, base cell 0. Yeah, I kinda forgot to do this. 0 and 1. Okay, gonna work. Yep, I did what every Unity newbie developer does. You fucking make changes while playing and then you stop playing and it's back to the previous values. Okay, for fuck's sake. How you can turn that on? What, the saving? Save during play? Can I? But it's a bit risky. No, the only thing I want to do now is the colors. Like, I want to have it like a weird color when playing, so I don't make this mistake again. Play mode. Holy, does it look terrible. Okay, can we actually like figure out a better tinting to apply? Okay, maybe we'll go with this blue. For fuck's sake. I already knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. Okay, current owner 0. Current owner 1. Current owner 0. Current owner 1. Current owner 4 goes to 3. Current owner 3 goes to 2. 3 and 2. Save. GG. Okay, so now I should be able to place these tiles. And now if I click end turn, no more blue. We are also not green. Fuck. Why? What happened? What happened? Oh boy. Am I attached? GG. We crashed. Oh my god. Good job, we crushed Unity. I love game development. I love game development. Best viewers? Well, fuck you. Fuck you. Banned. I like my 4 viewers a lot. Thank you very much. My viewers are the best viewers. And don't let them tell otherwise. Just don't turn into someone that complains about every engine UI you encounter. I wonder who you are talking about. Few but high quality viewers, 100%. Best viewers in the world. Okay, click end turn. End player turned. So, in theory this worked. Oh! Oh, I see, because when I click this... The fuck, now it worked. Why did it work now? Okay, like blue can place, but green cannot. Then I click end turn. Oh, apparently it was working. Good job. Good job. See that? And now we get to be red. You see? And now we get to be pink. And now we are blue again. Pretty sweet, you know? Pretty sweet. And the cool thing about this game, now if you want to know why this game matters, now I'm blue, you see? I'm blue. And I'm right beside these combat tiles here, which are controlled by either purple or green. So I can decide, oh, I want to take green's combat style from them. So at this point in time, we'd roll like some dice, something would happen. But let's just pretend that I actually win the fight. So when I win the fight... Oh, it doesn't let me do it. Fuck. But yeah, I would destroy the green one, and then all of his path would die, essentially. Well, not this one, because this one is attached. But yeah, his path wouldn't die. Okay, and the cat is up. Cat is eating. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. How do I actually get the... Okay, maybe I don't want the right click. Maybe I don't want the right click, you know? But why doesn't this work? Yeah, I don't know why this does not work. Because I don't have like a nearest cell? Is that the reason for it? Hold on. Attach. Please don't crash. Thank you very much. 2, 5. Yeah, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 5. Okay, what if I click there? Explode tiles. Yes. Oh. Because I can only explode tiles if there's actually something there. Okay. So if this. Okay. Okay. I think now it should work. I think now it should work. Let's see. Okay, so I build a path up here. Then I end turn. Oh, end turn like changed twice. Is it like doing randomly? Or am I clicking like multiple times? Whatever. Okay. When I come here, now I should be able to destroy these. and then I can place myself there. Why can't I place me there? Clear. Set toner -1. Duh. Okay, good job. Hello, cat. Okay, let's try again. We go here, GG. Then we change turn. It's changing like multiple times, or sometimes even doesn't work. Okay, I go here, now I destroy these. And then I put my tile in there. Good job. And then I can go back to being blue. And I can attack them. Sweet. Pretty sweet. Why would this matter? You might ask. Because let's pretend that I now conquer this, you know? And then the pink team plays, and the pink team wants to play like this. Well done. And the pink team is playing, and now the pink team attacks this one. Pretty cool. I like it. I like it. Okay, so I mean, this is kind of the game. GG, game is done. Game is done. Let me see what they have on the UI. They have a timer. They have chat. They have an end turn button. Okay. So let me think. Let me think what we need to do here. Now. So I want to fight. You know, I want to fight. So I need to get the nearest cell. Nearest cell game object. And then I want to check if this is a movement cell. If this is a movement cell, I place. Else, I kind of do the same, but this is gonna be a combat cell instead. Combat. So if this is a combat cell, I instead do the I do this. Well, it's not really this, you know. Yeah, I need to think what to do in terms of the UI, because I kinda imagine that I would have Do you know when you have like those when you play, for instance, what's it called? The word game when you put like a Scrabble. When you have like those little that little piece of wood where you have like your tiny squares in there. I kind of imagine that I would have these here as well, and then I would essentially like drag and drop. That's what I would like to see. That's what I would like to see. Okay, so this play style, I will rename this to place movement style. You know. And here this will be called place combat style. Well, I kind of can call it there directly. Never mind. We'll call it play style. Okay, so now this should feel a little bit similar to the game playing, meaning that I'll anchor here and then I'll anchor there, and then I will be team pink, and I will attack this guy, bloop, and it places and does the thing. Okay, pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, tile placement manager. I wonder if how can I actually like manage this? So I have the player data here, and I want the player data to have like a count of the number of movement tiles that I have. You know, and then the combat tiles. Yeah, I think I will need to discuss the UI with him, because for one, I don't like this UI. This UI feels very mobile, you know. But I kind of want like this little slab where you have like your tiles on top, and then you kind of drag from these into the map. And that's what I would like to see. Is that a good plan to do now? Or at the very least, I could add the UI with everyone else's score, so that at the end of each round, the score is like automatically calculated. That would be cool. I would like that. I would like that. And I'm also thinking if I should add like these little +1 stuff there. Because it essentially tells you the value of these tiles, you know. So maybe we could do that. Do we have 3D text that we can like place in the world? Does anyone know? Text. Yes. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Okay, so oops, +1. How do I do this? Two cats just went at it for everywhere. Okay, I think though. That's scary. Hope they are okay. Scary, scary. Do I actually want to do this in this way though? Okay. Okay, do you guys know if I can have like depth to this? Can I have like 3D text? Or would I need to create like a model, 3D model for this? '3D text. But that, like, is this legit 3D text or does it just exist in the real world? I want like 3D text with depth. Like with extrusion. Okay. So maybe I need to check if I actually have like assets here for that, because maybe I do. Art, 3D, tiles, standard, props, candle. Okay, I actually do not have that. Okay, I'll need to ask Jacob. Mm. Okay. I asked him to generate this because essentially I'm pretty sure this is chaotics, by the way. And then he added like the text manually on top. But yeah, we are supposed to have like a +3, +6. Just so you know, like which score each combat cell will give to you. But this needs to be 3D, you know? Like if it was like gold embossed and not just a regular texture. So yeah, I asked him to generate it because it's not here. So we don't need that part for now, which is nice. What we need instead is to have the UI, at least a basic UI, like showing player, the player name, and its score. Okay. And first to 35 wins. That's pretty much it. So yeah, let's do some UI. We love UI here. We are professional UIers. Surely. UI. Don't call me Shirley. Okay, so I'll want one UI stuff, one UI document, which we will call UI player score. Do I call it player score? Or what do I call it? What do we call this color plus name plus score? Player score works? Maybe? Yeah. We'll leave it as player score for now. Whatever. Okay. Let's see how terrible I am at building UI. Surely it's not gonna be too bad, right? Okay, so what will I need? I don't even know, bro. Oh, so when I click on this image, it disappears. Well, that's fucking useless. Okay, so I need to do this. So we'll need some background. Okay, we'll need some background. GG. Background acquired. Now, this background will most certainly be like some sort of image. I mean, this will be all images except for that part. You know, so maybe let me get a image, and I'll call it background image. Do I even have something for the UI? Unsure. Unsure if I have art, 2D, UI, gameplay. Oh, so we actually have the end turn, the turn bar. Okay, so we kind of have this. Okay, so this is gonna be called player frame. Okay, so apparently we have everything already. We have everything we want. Okay, so UI is not player score, this is going to be called player frame. Okay, and this is going to be player frame. GG. Why doesn't it show? Help? Why is it not showing? Oh man, I love this so much. I love this so much. Okay, it's enabled. Flex, grow. Bloop. GG. Okay, so it can actually be like this, some weird size. Okay, so maybe it shouldn't be... Maybe you should have like an art coded size then, you know? Instead of being a grower, maybe it needs to be a shower, you know? Maybe it needs to be a shower. Why doesn't this work? I have no idea. Just that way thinking there. Yep. Okay, so this color is actually like transparent. See, this already looks way better. See, already looks way better. Whoop. Although this is like kind of weird. Can't I have this be like the actual size of that? It's so freaking weird. Can this have like a fixed size? Well, it has a fixed size. Okay, can I actually grab the size of that image then? And we'll guide it by there. Maybe that's what I need to do. Open file location. Dwarven Checkers, Dwarven Checkers. Assets, art, 2D, UI, gameplay, player frame. Okay, player frame is 320 by 16. Okay, good job. And why is this a different? Oh, because it's percentage. Oh. Pixel. Okay, so if this were to scale like this. I see, I see. So this should be... What happens if I put just auto everywhere? Well, GG. Now it's the actual size of the thing. Okay, so we have our background image. Okay, part 1 done. So what I'll also need is I'll also need to have the player color image, maybe, but I can already see some issues here. So this needs to be a canvas, because this is like splitting both of them, but we'll get there, trust. So let's try to go with a blue combat. Okay, so this actually needs to go there. Okay, position, no bro, position is only this. This is what I want, or I want it more outside. Like this. Pretty cool. Okay, and now I will need to add some text. Well, it's not actually a text field, it's just text. Maybe it's a label? Yeah, it's called label. So freaking smart. Can I get rid of the flex thing, or is that kinda forced on me? Kinda looks like it's forced on me. Okay, so I would say that this needs to go to that side. Okay. And why is this image so large? Width. What? Okay, I'm very confused already, as you can probably tell. Oh, so maybe instead of this, maybe what I want to do is change the padding. Left. No. Yeah, maybe I just want to move it like this. I mean, the image is still occupying this entire size, which is not what I want. Did I tell you that I hate UI? What the hell is wrong with you, my guy? It follows very simple rules. Well, good on you. Good on you. How do I like this image? If I were to put it, I don't even know where, but this image is supposed to be like fairly small, you know? But it's not because it's trying to grow. Okay. Can I like change this? I can. Okay. I fucking hate this. Blue combat. Yes. Oops. Okay, so this kind of works as is. Okay, cool. So now I want a label. Now I want a label. Well, I don't actually want a label. I want 2 layers. So, because I want 2 layers, what I'll do instead is I'll create a visual element, which will be like a text holder, you know? Okay. And then I want to say that, yeah, that's the way. And then we'll have 2 labels inside. I will want to have my player name text, and then can I duplicate, and then my player score text. You know? Text. Where is the actual text value? Text label. Okay. Why are you not? Why is it not showing the text? Oh, because it's black? Surely. Okay, cool. So this needs to be some sort of weird golden effect, apparently. So golden, dark golden, maybe a little bit lighter, like this. Okay. Maybe I will put this as a Dudzord, or even just blue player. That doesn't matter for now that much. Okay, I just need to figure out like a better color for this gold. No, that's way too bad. Now we'll go with this. Okay, but now we need to make this text one larger. Okay, so it needs to be larger. It actually needs to be centered there. Well, it needs to be centered, but I kind of want it to be centered. No, maybe this is proper. Because then I can always add like some weird offsets. Like 8 and hold on. Okay, so the center is there. Okay, I think I might need to put this a little bit smaller. Okay, so now it kind of grows from the center, which is good. And now I would say that we just need to create some sort of emboss effect on it, assuming that we can actually do this. Feels like to be like a white shadow. Can be actually negative. Whoa. Way too dank. Can I actually like create these effects? Or is this just like regular color? Because it feels like it goes inside, you know? It has like some weird shadow to it. I actually don't know if I could do those effects directly. Do I actually have any font here? Yeah, I'm trying to find like a better font for this. No me gusta. Yeah, well, let me just go with this. So, whatever. Yeah, I kind of wanted to do like that color a little bit better, you know? Like something like this, but then it has like some weird shading to it. I mean, this has like some outline stuff, but outline goes outside and not inside. Then it also has some... What is an advanced text generator? Does this actually allow me to have better looking text? I think that for now this just suffice, you know. Okay, I think we'll go with this. I kind of like this. And here will be kind of the same thing, but this will be the player score text. Color white. Or maybe just a... something like this. Okay, now I kind of feel this one needs to move like 8, and these ones -8. No. No. Needs to be like 0 maybe. Do we like this? I don't even know if I like this. Looks alright, need the proper font though. Alright. If you say so. If you say so. Look at me being all professional and all. Yeah, I think we'll... I agree with you. I think we'll need the better font for this. Okay. I think that maybe it's this, you know? I think this kind of looks okay. Maybe the color image is a little bit too big. But, I mean... size. I don't even know how to change this. Like, this is so freaking difficult. Yeah, maybe this. I think this is similar enough. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. See, I'm so good at UI now. Now, UI game. Player tiles container. Player tiles container. I think I kinda want to have the... like the player scores all on the same side. I don't know if I like this, honestly. But at the same time, this is not my game, so... And they're actually playing this like this. Crazy. Crazy stuff. But maybe having these like in one of each four corners. But then the chat would be yucky. I don't know. Okay. We'll try again. Player tiles container. Okay, project assets UI. Look at these. So pretty. Bloop. Damn. This is why I don't like... This is why I don't like this freaking shitty UI stuff. Like, see how terrible this looks? It's gonna be blue. Player frame. Like, how do I fix this? Well, I'm pretty sure I just need to set like grow to 0. Well, it's already set to 0. Yeah, but see, like, all of this nonsense doesn't make any sense to me. Because now this kind of tells me that now I need to set this to be again the size of the image for some odd reason that I never understand why. Like, I'm changing something and I don't know what. Like, what am I even changing? Am I changing the size? Okay, cool, I'm changing the size. Why couldn't I go initial on both? Even if I put like 100%, it occupies everything. Like, how do I make it so it uses the regular size, you know? That's the thing that messes up with me. That messes me up. Like, I don't understand. Oh well. Okay, this kind of looks nice. Duplicate. GG. Red player frame. And it would actually be sweet if I could somehow like change the defaults on here, you know? But that's not allowed. Maybe I could do it with like CSS stuff, but who am I kidding? Okay, so this is actually gonna be, hold on, green, blue, red, purple. Okay, and I actually want to like put something around this, you know? I want to like create an empty visual element so I can put that there. GG. So this is gonna be Player frames container. Cool. Because now this should allow me to move it somehow. Okay, I kind of like these, although they seem to be very large. They seem to be very large. But I mean, kind of works. It kind of works. Can I... Yeah, 16 by 9. $4K. QHD. Yeah, this works. Although this is way too big, so I would need to adjust this, but I don't know how to adjust this properly, you know? Like, could I actually just go here on the player frames container and like scale these? I wouldn't mind, but apparently not. Because all of these have like hard-coded sizes. Open instance in isolation. Open instance in context. Okay, cool. What changed? Oh, they actually allow me to change this here. Okay. This is cool then. Yeah, but like this is the part that I don't understand. I would want to have like some proper scaling for all of this. Well, I know I can... I'm pretty certain that what I could do is to go on this transform here and like change the scale, assuming it even works, you know, but like meh, you know, meh. Yeah, I don't know. There's probably a better, like a proper way to do this that I don't know how to. But these are essentially way too large. These are essentially way too large. This is just a background. Size align flex 1 position. Okay, so what is actually scaling this? Because if this is all auto, If this is all auto, can I actually like just change this? Like what happens if I put this as 80? Or even better, can I do a percentage base? Where is that size coming from? That's always the part that I never understand. Auto percentage 100. Okay, I really don't understand. Shrink. I don't understand. I don't understand. Auto initial grow. Like where is this size coming from? It's all relative, in line. This is all auto. Okay, I want it to be 100% whatever size that thing takes. But now, where is this size coming from? Flex grow, flex shrink, background size 100%. Like I don't have anything here that sets this size. And that's why this stuff is tough to me, at least. Like this has some weird percentage. Okay, what if I put this? Like, what is that size? Where is that size coming from? Is it text older? No, it's just the background. Spacing, size, auto, align, flex, position. Well, it has the -32. So if I put it here, no, it's still big as hell. Yeah, I legit do not know. I just know that I'm messing this more and more by the hour. While before it kind of looked okay. Stretch to fill. Yeah, I don't know. Like, why does this need to be like 20%? This is the part that I don't get. Like, where is this value coming from? This is so freaking weird. And this is the size of the image as well. Like, I don't understand. I'm too focused on this. It almost looks like I know what the fuck I'm doing. Spoiler alert. I have no idea. Absolutely no clue. Okay, this is cool and all, but 26 maybe, and this one 26 as well. Align. Oh. Why can I align these ones but not these ones? Weird. Oh, it's there. Okay, I want to align them. Auto. Does it have some weird position offset? Oh, she. Thank you very much for the sub. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. Holy. Hello. Hello. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, I hate working on UI, so at least that boosts up the morale a little bit. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I just wanted to have fun, but it's impossible. Damn. 10 subs. GG. GG. Hold on. Is this even... Are these like centered? They are. They are just offset. Oh. Then I just need to move this a little bit to this side here. Okay. Can I make this like be shorter somehow? How do I change this? Oh man, this is so bad. Okay, how do I make this smaller? Please. Grow 1. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay. Did it even change this? It didn't change anything. It still looks crap. It still looks crappy as hell. Player frame. How do I... Okay. Close this. Player frame. Okay. How do I make these like shorter? You know, shorter. This, and then I like this. Okay, this is what I want. But this doesn't show like this. That's the part that confuses me, you know? This is the part that confuses me. This is saved with this size and it's rendering like this, you know? It's rendering like this. I want this to render like this here. Here. Why doesn't it render like that here? Like using the actual instance prefab in the main view. Yeah. I have this UI player frame here. That looks meh. And then I'm using 4 of those here. But here, for some odd reason that I don't know why, they look better. It's weird. It's weird. Can you drag it in again to compare? Drag in again what? Which one? The ugly one? The individual one? This? I don't know, man. I legit just wanted it to... Wherever it renders here, it should render these here, there, you know? That's what I want. And then here, on this one, I have like the ability to scale it. But besides scaling it, it should look the same. Is it really that difficult to do this? Because now the sad part is that now it looks freaking terrible, and I don't know why. Like I legit don't know why. I don't even know if this match game view, if it matters or not, because I can do this match game view and it looks like shit, obviously, but then I can also scroll, and depending on the scroll it looks different. But what I want is that this will actually look good all the time. So maybe I need to fix this so it looks good all the time. Maybe that's what I need to do. How do I do it? Who the fuck knows? But yeah. This individual one is kind of like a prefab, yes. Yes. So whatever I do here, it changes all those 4 of them. So how did you add it to the main UI? Here. I just add like 4 references of UI player frame and I drag and drop them. So if I drop them there, whoops, it adds a new one there. See how the 5th one looks different? Yes. It's like it's copied versus referenced. No, they're referenced because I cannot modify these. They are all coming from UI player frame dot UXML. So I would say, well, because on these ones I can actually modify the width here manually. You see, I can like modify them, and by default when I drag and drop them, this size will be auto, and because it has like flow and stuff, it will occupy the row entirely. Because now it's overridden basically. True. Well, but then what is the difference between initial and auto? Because they kind of do look the same. I don't know, man. I just wanted this to work, and then if anything, I just want to like proper size them here, so this looks like a little bit better. I don't know. Like this should be 300 or something, you know. Okay, but I think that will only look good if it looks good here whenever I do this. See, like for any type of window that I put here, this should kind of look okay. Meaning that this circle should always be anchored there. This text should always be anchored there. And then that won't matter what the hell I do with this. Yes. Well, it's not gonna resize. Like it's gonna keep like the same size of the center image, but we'll have like padding essentially. But okay, we'll need to fix this somehow. I don't know how, but we'll need to fix this. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. I would say that I probably would want. Well, it's not, it cannot be centered. Hold on. Oh boy, I don't even know. Makes sense. Change overlay so we can see inspector. Yes. Sorry. By the way, if you if you know how to do Unity UI, please help. If you don't, it's fine. Okay, so I need to make sure that this button is always there. No clue, sadly. Yeah. Sucks to be me, I guess. So this only changes the image. You know, this only changes like the image. Like percentage stuff. Okay. But where is this actually coming from? So it has this set height. Okay, this is good. Now, how the hell do I put these there, you know? Like, this needs to go to the center of wherever this is. And, no, this needs to be a fixed basis. Okay, so this needs to move to that center there. So can I do like 50% or something? No, because the 50 will be the right end. Okay, so maybe I can do 50% there. Oh boy. I have no idea. I have no idea. Last time I opened Unity was in my university. Well, same. And that was like over 10 years ago. But now I have a game to make and I have no freaking idea what I'm doing. Okay, so this size apparently doesn't matter. For whatever reason. So this actually like scales these weirdly. But I want this to have a fixed size. So the size is that one. Maybe I don't want this to be centered, you know? Okay, better. Better. I don't know why this is like in reverse, but that's whatever. Height, bases. It's weird that I have to put 70 there, 70 there. Then I also have these like weird percentage stuff. It's just weird. This is like 100%. Although I can probably do a 80 by 70 here. But then if I change this, maybe it's not gonna work. I don't know. Okay, so what if I wanted to make this smaller? Well, that's no go. Okay, 76% smaller. Also no. Oh. Okay, hold on. Okay, why did this work? I don't know why this works. I legit do not know. But it's like way too large now, you see? Width. Well, the width part now is kind of okay. I'll probably make it a little bit smaller. These are something. But at least now this is following that. But this player text is like that weird size, you know, like it ends there. Why? Why does it end there? Okay, so I have like these weird bases here. But now it doesn't follow it. It's so weird. Oh my god. Third one in a row. GG. You can get fucked too. I don't know. I don't know. How do I make this text start from the left? What the fuck have I done? Well, I did something and now it kind of works a little bit better. It just like changed from flag start to center for some reason. Which is whatever. So GG, I guess. But at the very least, this now should allow me to like offset a little bit behind. Like this. Okay, so this still works like proper, I guess. Okay, so the image now kind of follows it, but it still like grows weirdly vertically. So how do I fix that? It's not this. Well, maybe it needs to be like percentage. Hardcode percentage. Okay, good job. Okay, so this is looking a little bit better now. Okay, it's looking a little bit better. So now I need to figure out this text situation. Okay, so if I remove this, how do I... Oh. Justify content. Okay, and then I also have align self. No, but this align self is clipping. Yeah. Then I also have align content that doesn't do shit. Okay, but we are almost there, it seems. So now I just now need to figure out like this text situation here. Okay, text, I want centered. Vertically, probably centered as well. Auto. Okay. So this means that I will need to improve this here a little bit. So this is going to be 8. This is going to be -8. And then this must have left this part. Okay, and if I move this, GG. Holy, is this difficult. Holy, is this difficult. Okay. Now, this part is good. Now, what I wonder is that in reality, I kinda wanted to scale this, to be smaller. And that's the part that I cannot figure out how to do. You know, I wanted to have like a proper, just like scale the thing directly. Why is this so difficult, you know? Very weird, very weird. Have you ever tried an immediate mode rendering library? I just used EM-GUI, but just for UI. If you are talking Raylib, I've never used Raylib. I did play a little bit with OpenGL, like the original 1.0 version. That's what they taught us at like at university, like on the first course on rendering, and that was pretty much an immediate mode, because you'd call GL draw line and it would like just do it. So you didn't need to like attach textures and the UI stuff. Well, the issue with the immediate mode is that immediate mode, well, first you kind of need to define everything through code, you know, because it's compiled with your app. There's not really like a XML designer that you can use with those sort of libraries. And being compiled usually means that there's not much you can do in terms of actually like moving the layout at real time. Having like XML based stuff makes it a lot more easy to create like dynamic UIs and like adjustable UIs that work with different resolutions, different aspect ratios for mobile, for iPads, for PCs, laptops, all different screen sizes, all different screen aspect ratios. I don't know if it's better or worse. Like immediate mode, in my opinion, is really good to build like developer tools, you know. So, for example, you have EM-GUI, which is what people usually use with C++ or C#, which is this kind of stuff. And then you have another one called eGUI, that it's what the Rust people do, because Rust people just implement their own thing. And the cool part about having an immediate mode UI is that pretty much all of these is like a giant texture, you know. It's a giant texture that is being generated, and then you only need to implement a little bit of glue code, and this will work in pretty much any GPU, any context that you want. I mean, it works in the browser, it works as an iPhone app, it works as whatever, as long as you like write that glue code to say how do you render a texture in Vulkan, how do you render a texture in DirectX or in Metal. As long as you do that, all of these will work like for free. And when you usually do like the Unity way of things, then you actually need to compile the entirety of Unity to have these working. And this is like a standalone lib that you can pretty much plug and unplug from your projects whenever you want. Because this is a giant texture that gets rendered, even if you change like something as simple as like moving this 1 pixel will cause the entire thing to redraw. So you need to essentially run that entire GPU path to send like the updated texture to the GPU. So that's why I say that this is good for developer stuff, because developers don't care if their UI like looks pretty or not, but it's really, really cool to be able to have a random variable in your code that you want to somehow expose very easily, so you can like tweak it and see how things change. And having an immediate mode just also means that you can call the UI in any part of the code that is running. And you can pretty much attach any variable that you have currently running to like a slider. And then you just go to that slider and you just like slide, you know, and the thing moves and you see like the thing in real time. While if you are using like XML based UI, you actually need to build the entire UI, and then you have to create bindings between UI and code, and then you have a bunch of boilerplate code that you have to put in order to actually call like that update slider, or to have the slider update like the value that you wanted, you know. And this is like legit easy, you know. Like you have an age variable here. I mean, I don't know if you guys know Rust, but this is fairly simple. You have like one object with age there. You create a button, and when that button is clicked, it just adds 1 to the age, you know? And it just freaking works. You know? You don't need to do any magic binding stuff. It's just this. You click, and it acts on that variable. 43, 44. So yeah, immediate code is good, in my opinion, for developer tools, because developers don't care about how their UIs look. They just want something really not easy, but they just want something fast working. Okay. But now, if you actually want to build like crazy dynamic UIs that like change sizes and they have cool animation effects and all of that, then you need to go the other way, the regular XML way. But this is good to make like cool apps, simple apps. Like I'll probably use this for the Game Boy emulator, to be completely honest, because then I can have like one panel, like one of these windows, like just rendering like all of the frame buffer, almost like the tile buffer for the LCD, you know, and then I can render a rectangle that shows what is like the scrolling X and Y for the Game Boy. I can have like a memory editor like here to the side where I can instantly like visualize what's happening with the memory, and then I can go there, double click, write a new value, enter, and it updates automatically. And trying to do something like this using a regular XML UI, it's just going to be like months of work, you know. I feel like I always talk too much. I'm very opinionated about everything, so I always talk too much and I always justify myself too much. I saw a post about the GUI years ago, but forgot that it existed. I need to try it out. GUI is what everyone uses in Rust, essentially. I never understood how it can be done efficiently. Well, I'm pretty certain that in this case, as I'm moving here, I'm not actually like updating the entire texture and sending the entire texture to the GPU. I'm probably like just grabbing the bounding box between where the window was and the window is, like the four corners, and just replacing that area. So I'm not actually doing a full update, but yeah, it's still wasteful. It's still wasteful. Well, it's wasteful, but at the same time, it's fast, you know. It's fast because it usually all of these runs on the GPU, while the regular UI stuff, it's all CPU based. Your Game Boy emulator actually motivated me to give Rust a try again, just now starting with the Rust book. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Oh boy. So I'm having a terrible impact on people. Good to know. Good to know. Where is it? Can you tell me? To show why I repainted? Well, they have the... Oh, the causes, yeah. Well, cool. But see how it says like total UI frames? Like if I don't move the mouse, then it's like all fine and dandy. But even just moving the mouse like 1 pixel, like is enough to call like a redraw, a repaint. Anything that motivates me to do something is good. Otherwise, I just procrastinate. Okay, well, that's cool. Do you have an idea on which project you want to go with? My first Rust project was Ray Tracer. That's how I learned Rust the first time. I wonder if I have that somewhere. I wonder if I have that somewhere. I also have a Unity Ray Tracer. I mean, Ray Tracers are just so good. I think it's this one, Rustic. I think it's my Ray Tracer. Yeah. And this is something that my Ray Tracer was able to render. Casually building Ray Tracers. Yep. Team colors, EQX colors. Okay, let me pull this up. Let me pull this up. Actually, I'm gonna do this way. I wonder if I actually have this here. Okay, everyone, this stream is done. I'm not doing more Unity. Okay, it pulled. Cool. Open Visual Studio. If people want to wonder why the hell Rust is so good, you know, you do this. You do cargo run, it compiles and it runs, you know? You don't need to care with anything else. It's just gonna work. Like, I know it's just gonna work. I don't need to worry about anything. Life is amazing, you know? It's probably gonna kill my... Oops, it crashed. GG. Failed. Object loader. Parse float error. Kind invalid. The hell? Okay, maybe fake news. Maybe fake news. Yeah, I really thought this was gonna work. Used to work on this machine. No, I wonder... I wonder why I mean, it might be like a bad commit, you know? Add support for triangle, mesh, and OBJs. So yeah, I think this is just trying to render like the monkey stuff. But maybe I have like a bad commit or something. I mean, I don't have this code anymore. The original one. Let me see. Let me see. What is this trying to do, actually? Scene monkey. So I create a monkey. I found monkey. So if people ask, this is how I used to write Rust, with like this shitty Visual Studio Code stuff. Okay, so it's trying to read monkey obj. Okay. Why would this fail though? I really want this to work though. Okay, hold on. Let's use a proper IDE for this. Do you know how you manage in VS Code? Because I was forced to. essentially. Okay, I want to open a new project, please. Code, rustic, select folder, new window. Screw the Game Boy. I don't care about the Game Boy now. Panic Handler. Okay, breakpoint. Bloop. See, like it will legit tell me what the hell like this crashed. Oh, because it has like a that weird back thing R done. Okay, where is these elements being done? Split by pattern. Okay, where is lines? Yeah, well, pretty sure contents has like a lines here. Yeah, GG, fixed first try. Okay, now it's doing something. It's doing something. Don't ask me what, but it's doing something. And it's rendering because I can hear the fans working, so maybe the stream might die. It's still alive. Yeah. Up. Whoops. Okay, I don't know if you noticed, but the PC like started lagging a ton. Yeah, it went like to 100%. We didn't notice. Okay, that's fortunate. Okay, so let me do something here. Main. Holy constants. Image 8. Image width, image height. 512 samples per pixel. Holy. Nah, bruh. Let's do one per pixel. Okay. Okay, now at very least it's like printing some percentage. Okay, so 20%, 25%, 27%. It's gonna look like crap, by the way. Because I think I still didn't have like the BVH in place. Okay, is this working? Okay, it's still working. %, GG. Okay. See? Monkey. Pretty cool. But the monkey is very heavy. Monk. Yeah, monkey is very heavy. Can I actually like speed this up? Oh, it's not even reflecting. GG. 3. How many samples per pixel? 1. One monkey. Yeah, but the monkey is very heavy. So let me maybe switch from the monkey to something else. A monkey random. Better. Spheres. Spheres are very fast to render. Go. Yeah, it's multi-threaded. It's trying to render. Well, it's trying to shoot like one thread per pixel, which is a little bit too much. Look at this. Looks good, right? It even like textured earth. See? Pretty cool. Yeah, and this was my introduction to Rust. This was my introduction to Rust. I have more scenes, I believe. So I have the random, which is just like random spheres. I have kernel box, icky box, team box, monkey. Okay, let's do the regular like kernel box. Oh, this is actually slower because this is running as a release, as a dev. Okay, it's compiling. We need to wait. Oof. It was like immediate. Okay. Maybe we can bump this a little bit. Okay, 512. See? Let's now do 6 here. Okay. And now we do 100 per pixel. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Come on. See? Smooth. Very smooth. Oh. Okay, this is a little bit more painful. Okay, this is the last test. 10%. I'm going to eat something actually. See you in a bit. I'm gonna end stream after this. Just after this one renders. But yeah, I mean, it looks nice. It even like reflects like the side faces, you know. Pretty cool. Would it only be one task per pixel, not one thread per pixel? I mean, sure, but it's still one thread. I think it's Radeon or whatever the thing, Rayon. They essentially convert each into par iterator into like its own thread. Okay, 93. Okay, at least just wait for this to reach 100%. Okay, look at this. Ta-da! I mean, looks really cool. Oh, one thread per core, and then each thread does multiple tasks. Oh, then that would be cool. Then that means that I can just crank it up and it never actually like stalls the CPU. Looks really good. Thank you. Yeah, this was the first my Rust introduction. Yeah, I don't know if this is good or not. I mean, maybe we can try and build a new ray tracer on stream. One that is able to render these way faster. Or maybe writing like a GPU ray tracer, you know? GPU ray tracer. Just to finalize, I had another ray tracer there that I'm not gonna show you. But it was one in Unity. Yeah, Unity ray tracer. I don't think this is public, is it? No, it is public. 11 years ago. And essentially on this one, you would build your scene in Unity, and then it would iterate like those objects And like, so you would build your scene using the Unity editor, like place them 3D, and then you would render, and it would render like a ray traced version of it. I think it only worked for cubes and spheres though. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. I love ray tracers. I love ray tracers. What more stuff do I have here? I have like a micro mouse like editor that I built. I don't know if you guys know what micro mouse is, but it's like a mini robot. It's like this. I built one of these, hardware included, and then I built an emulator in Unity, so that I could play with like the physics and stuff and see if it ran. And I also implemented the maze solving algorithms there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And it's also public. Lots of fun stuff here. Lots of fun stuff here. Okay, everyone, this has been the stream. All right, stream ended. Thank you very much for everyone for watching. GG's. We all did it together as a team. GG's. So yeah, I wish you all an incredible rest of the day. I'll be back tomorrow morning, where I don't know what I'll be doing. No, I'll actually, tomorrow morning I will do this Unity project still. And then on the afternoon I will do the Unreal one. And then on Friday we switch it again. Yeah, I should probably like post my schedule somewhere. But nah. This is better. Only the true ones are here. Okay, everyone, again, thank you very much. Again, there's also a Discord server. If you guys don't know, you can go there and we can also chat offline. And yeah, I'll get going. I'm gonna rest. And I see you all tomorrow. Okay? See ya. Bye-bye.